Hello, I'm Prof. Bowden, and this is my video series on building a simple website using HTML and CSS. During this process, we'll be covering the basic HTML and CSS code necessary for developing our site, and we will develop a foundation of coding skill that can be easily expanded to take advantage of additional features and scripting languages such as JavaScript. This series does not require any previous knowledge of HTML or CSS to complete, and creating our website does not require any programs other than a text editor and a web browser. Let's get started. The first video is about getting to know our new friend, HTML. HTML is the language that browsers use to understand the information that is presented to them and to represent that information on the screen. A browser understands HTML just like we understand our own languages, in this case, English. This means that the web page you see on a browser screen is actually just that browser's understanding of HTML. It's why you can't just upload an awesome image of what you want your web page to look like and have that just work on its own. For our purposes, HTML is all about one thing: structure. It will tell the browser how to separate the elements of our web page and what type of element each will be. Don't worry yet about how each of these elements will look on the page. That's not HTML's concern. Say it with me. HTML is about structure. To understand HTML, you have to learn its three most important symbols: the less than sign, the division sign, and the greater than sign. The less than sign tells the browser that you're about to start speaking HTML, and it needs to listen. Often, you'll hear this symbol referred to as something like open bracket. The greater than sign is the counterpart to this. It tells the browser that you're done speaking in HTML. The browser will then interpret what you said in HTML and display the result. Let's take a look at how this works. I've created a new text document and I've saved that as video1exercises.html. Make certain that the document extension, the type in the Save As option, is .html. Make sure you save the document someplace where you can find it, as we'll be coming back to it in a minute. If you've created a new HTML document, you may find that some programs, particularly web design programs, have put in a bunch of strange-looking code already. Don't worry about this for now. Delete it so that you have a blank document like mine. First, I'm going to type in, the word in bold should be darker than the rest. Now save your file, navigate to where you saved it originally, and open it with your browser. Most HTML files will open in the browser by default. As you can see, what we typed shows up in our browser. Let's move on. Go back to the text editor. We're going to make the word bold, well, bold. Obviously, the browser doesn't understand that we want the word bold bolded. We'll have to tell it. To make this happen, we're going to get into our very first HTML command or tag, strong. The strong tag adds the bold style to text. Let's add it to our example. Place your cursor right in front of the word bold. Now, if we just type strong, the browser will just think it's another word. This means that we have to tell the browser that we want to speak HTML for a second. That means we need to put in our less than symbol, which tells the browser that we've started speaking HTML. Now we type strong. And finally, we let the browser know that we're done with HTML, and it can interpret what we just told it in the brackets. Save the file, and let's go back to our browser. Refresh the page and blurg. Something's gone terribly wrong. We just wanted the word bold to have the strong style, but instead the entire remainder of the sentence has it. That's because we told the browser where to start, but we never told it where to stop. Without that information, the browser thinks it should just keep making everything bold. Back to the editor to fix our mistake. Place your cursor right behind the word bold. Time to tell the browser that we'll be speaking HTML again, so type in your less than sign. Let's start calling it open bracket. Now, we return to that mysterious third symbol mentioned earlier, the division sign. We're going to call this the slash for short. The slash tells the browser that we're about to end whatever we type in after it. Since we want to stop our bold style, we type strong after our slash. Don't forget to tell the browser that we're done speaking HTML. This calls for the greater than sign, or, now, close bracket. One last save, then back to the browser. Refresh our page. Success! Congratulations, you just learned how to use HTML. We used strong as our example, but we can use that same process for different types of text, different parts of our web page, tables, forms, embedded video, and more. Come back next time when we'll take a look at the parts of an HTML document and start looking at how to plan out our website.